Hi, Mark here. Thursday, April the 30th, 8:20 a.m. Eastern. US session now underway. Let's have a look how the market's shaping up. Starting on the US dollar index, sell-off and turnaround today from strong US dollar, which we've had pretty much for the past week. There's the turnaround today. Red candlestick engulfing the previous green candlestick for now. I've got resistance at 98.98. I've got support at 98.08. Reason for the US dollar sell-off, I think natural technical bounce down off that resistance level. Ceasefire headlines, which we're seeing, which equals risk on. The central bank uncertainty we heard yesterday from the Fed, all contributing to the US dollar being sold off so far today. Let's have a look at the S&P 500. We're looking at the futures market for now. Just over an hour and a half until Wall Street opens up. And so far, let's just move my resistance. There you can see demand for US equities at this point gapped higher to open, then a push lower. But once again, buyers of US equities on the front foot. I've got support at 7,137 and resistance being tested right now at 7,215. The resistance level that has been tested over the past few days this week. We'll see if it continues and demand for US equities continues, and we do see a push test or even maintain at this high level. If we see a turnaround, sellers will be looking down at the 7,137 support level. Let's have a look at gold. Gold off to a strong start, inverse relationship, weak US dollar, which we've seen, does translate to strong gold, even though US dollar is not the safe haven of choice today regarding the Middle East crisis. It appears the gold's taken that spot for now. I've got support at 4,539. I've got resistance at 4,648. Oil being so sharply up, also contributing to the gold rally, which we're seeing. Gold certainly an inflation hedge against the high oil. We'll see if this can continue the inverse relationship, weak US dollar, strong gold. If buyers can test, maintain, even break above this resistance level, or if we see a turnaround, perhaps strong US dollar will be the trigger for sellers to step in and come down and look at the support level. So far, strong gold and a nice turnaround from what we have seen since the middle of April, and this steady sell-off turnaround today, trading higher than yesterday's low. We'll see how that does play out. Let's have a look at Brent oil. We had the very sharp rally yesterday. Supply, shipping concerns, all very real, and that translated to this high price that we saw yesterday, over $112. Early today, right up to 114.88, which is my resistance. I've got support at 107.11. The so many contributing factors to this high oil price. The US blockade still in place. Iran certainly restricting shipping, and quotes like, which we've seen that this is the biggest supply disruption in history. Well, that's certainly all contributing to the high oil price that we see. And it's not just sentiment. The fundamentals in this case are very real. We'll see whether buyers continue with what we saw yesterday and do get back up to these high levels, 112, 114 resistance that we've already seen today, or if we do get a turnaround, which would come from uh, encouraging encouraging headlines regarding the talks possibly resuming, and Iran and US possibly the potential for some kind of a settlement. That would certainly turn things around and see the prices come back down. Not the case for now. Higher highs, higher lows. We'll see how that plays out during the day. And then if I look at Bitcoin, strong sell-off we've seen over the past 3 days, fighting back today. I've got support at 75.2 thousand. I've got resistance at 76.3 thousand. We'll see if that can be maintained. The levels we're watching are the 75,000 is the strong support level. 77,000 is the level that buyers need to break above to turn things around. And of course, 80,000, the big level up here, but we're quite away from that right now. We'll see whether this fight back continues. Bitcoin buyers able to break above this level and push higher today, or if we get a turnaround, bounce down off this current resistance level, 76, 77,000, sellers do step in and come down and test the 75,000 support level again. Good trading, keep that discipline, and I'll see you at the end of day.